Hey guys, what's up? As you know, today's the day to start keeping an eye out. Today through the 30th is probably going to be some juicy stuff dropping. And I got some things I want to point out in this video. But first, don't forget to like and subscribe. And if you like my series, Weapon versus Weapon, be sure to share it as much as possible. If you really like it, remember it needs to succeed for it to stay on my channel. So I'd really appreciate it if you showed it some support and helped it grow. Now, on to this. This guy Shide said MW4 is 110% COD 2019. Can't say where I got the info, but here's what I know. Oh yeah, that sounds legitimate. So we're gonna go through it right now. It says campaign is a prequel to COD 4, follows a young Captain Price specialist, perks return, streaks are kill based. Stackable tactical nuke returns, ends game and TDM, free for all and kill confirmed. MW4 includes every weapon from the Modern Warfare series and more. Pro perks return, COD point currency system from Black Ops 1 return called COD coins. Look, you can read the rest of this. I'm not going to go through this. I'm going to go ahead and point out why it's not legit. So if you want to read it all the way through, just pause it. I'll also put up the second one here in a second. But recently, Activision was reported having a struggle paying for all the rights for weapons because you got to realize these weapons that they use in games are actual products from companies and they have their trademarks and their symbols on them, logos, names, descriptions, whatever. And you pretty much have to pay for permission, kind of like with any type of copyrighted material or whatever. So they reportedly were having troubles deciding on, paying for all that stuff. And one of the things that made the futuristic games easier was the fact that they could just make up weapons and pull them out of their ass and throw it into a game. So I do not think they're going to make a game with a plethora of weapons uh, that large into one single game. Because he says every weapon from the Modern Warfare series, that means Modern Warfare 1, 2, and 3, going to be put into one singular game, and then they're going to add more. But considering what's been reported about Activision, we all know how much of a penny pincher Activision can be. Um, I am fairly positive they would not be so liberal with just getting all these weapons into a game nonchalant. He also says here, if you played Modern Warfare 2, you get the intervention in Spaz 12 on day one. Can be unlocked normally in game. If you played the original COD 4, you get the AK-47. If you played MWR, you get the M40A3. It can be unlocked normally in game. This is laughable. This is ridiculous. This is a joke. This is not how all that would happen ever. And then he says if you played the Modern Warfare series, like all the Modern Warfare games, you get all these camos and stuff. They have never ever in all the Call of Duties of this generation of console had something unlockable via playing games on a previous console. If you unlock a calling card by playing a previous game, it's always on the same generation of console every time. Once it got to PS4 and Xbox One, if you wanted to unlock something, it was usually by playing a previous COD that was on the same generation of console, on the same profile. He also says no sliding or dolphin diving, and honestly, I think there will at least be sliding. Infinity Ward has never been on board with dolphin diving. That was always like a Treyarch thing, and now Treyarch only does sliding. They kind of got rid of dolphin diving. But this guy is describing a game where they get rid of every single feature they've created since Modern Warfare, like after Modern Warfare, and they're just completely getting rid of it and going back solely to how Modern Warfare was, and that's not true. I think they're going to try to go back as much as possible and make it feel as Modern Warfare as possible, but I do think certain things that the community has been, accepting of certain details, they will leave those in because they're not too crazy, they're not too different, they're not too flashy. They actually are a positive addition to multiplayer gaming mechanics, but they're not over the top or OP or worthless. There will be some differences in the game from the previous Modern Warfares. This to me sounded like a fever dream wish list by someone who is pretty young and or just wanted some attention. But next we have this. So Shieldmaster on Twitter, um, he's always making sure me, Skizzle, and Gunner are getting this info. Um, so he tagged us in it and he said, let's see, not sure if it amounts to anything, but there's a 500 megabyte update for Modern Warfare 2 on Xbox. Now, I checked it on my Xbox, and sure enough, there it was. And here's the thing, 500 megabytes is a lot. It's only half a gig, but that's a lot for a game from that generation. Now, to put into perspective, um, the stimulus package for Modern Warfare 2, which was a map pack, was like 337, 36 megabytes around there. So this update is bigger than a map pack. Imagine, if you will, for a current Call of Duty, which map packs are several gigs, if we had an update that was bigger than a map pack, a lot of people would notice. We would all look at that and go, "What the hell is that? What is going on?" Um, so there were some people rumoring that the update is to try to fix the servers or whatnot, which I do not believe. I do not think that an update the size of their map pack would be needed to kind of help with their servers. And it would make no sense to update the servers now when we have Modern Warfare 2 Remastered coming soon. Unless, of course, I saw this rumor too, unless they are going to utilize those servers for Modern Warfare 2 Remastered, which I hope not. That would suck. I do not want raggedy old servers that are just slightly updated to run a current generation Modern Warfare 2 Remastered. I do not want that, no. New servers. Besides, I think that would be very unlikely. That would be the equivalent of watching someone put duct tape on their truck from the perspective of other developing companies. It would probably be, considered a joke at that point. But anyways, keep a lookout. Go on Modern Warfare 2, see if anything shows up, pops up to you. Look at signs, posters, pieces of paper, anything that you could just overlook easily. That's usually how hints and teasers kind of drop anyways. And then be sure, if you still have Black Ops 4 on your system, go to Nuketown 24/7 this weekend, because that is the same exact way they dropped a video teaser for Infinite Warfare back in Black Ops 3. So I'm going to be on Modern Warfare 2 pretty much as I can today, looking for stuff. And if I find something, I'll let you know. And then if anything else drops today, I will also let you know. Also, just remember, keep your eye out from today to the 30th. There's probably going to be a lot dropping. Anyways, that's all I got. I guess I'll see you guys next time. Peace.